And in today's session, obviously, we will talk about the 6 articles of faith. But before I speak about the 6 articles of faith, I want to start talking about a little bit, about the recent controversy that has happened, that has become a national sensation with all the media house, that has got all the media houses running on all the four engines over time. I'm talking about the recently happened TCS Nashik controversy, where a group of Muslims have been alleged to have committed sexual harassment as well as coerced religious conversion. Now, the headlines obviously screamed forced conversion, because between sexual harassment and uh, forced conversion is politically loud, and obviously, it kind of isolates a particular community and a group, and that's what the government has always been about. But what's really saddens is the part that buried in the same story is rape, sexual harassment, and a female employee, obviously, who has reached out to police herself, and which has kicked off the entire sting operation or undercover operation, as you would call it. Why did one travel faster than the other? Why did forced conversion story made the headlines than the rape and sexual harassment? Why? Isn't rape and sexual harassment still a bigger issue in this country than any other thing? Have we concluded the fact that women in this country, both inside the workplace as well as outside the workspace, is safe in the country? Have we already concluded that? So it's all about what is, it's all about to really look beyond what is obvious and understand why is this happening. And this is exactly where our today's topic also begins with, because if faith, we're specifically talking about coerced forcible conversion, religious conversion, if faith can be forced onto someone else, is it even faith? uh, and for, I think, for a long time, the position of Islam, position of Muslim, have been very clear that religious conversion, forceful religious conversion, is not part of Islam. This has been clearly mentioned in several verses. Some of the verses, which is Surah Al-Baqarah, where Allah Subhanahu wa Taala says, "La ikraha fid dini qad tabayyana rushdu min al-ghayy." Let there be no compulsion in the religion, because the truth stands out clearly from falsehood. So there is no compulsion in Islam. A renowned mufassir, Ibn Kathir rahimahullah, in his tafsir of this very passage, of this very verse, goes on to say that do not force anyone to become Muslim. So a Muslim should not, must not force anyone, any other non-Muslim, be it from any other religion, Christianity or Hinduism or Judaism, anything, to force them to become Muslim. Islam is plain and clear. The evidences, the proofs of Islam is very clear. All it takes is an intellect mind to really understand the truth. That's all it is. Uh, Quran on several occasions has called upon all the individuals, all the human, to use the intellect. Afala taqilun. You will find this phrase often repeated in the Quran in several verses and chapters. And what it really means is where Allah Subhanahu wa Taala is inviting humanity to use their intellect. So, will you not use your intellect? Will you not reflect? Will you not try and understand? And several interpretations around that. But all in all, the point is same, that why aren't people using, why will you not use your intellect? That's the most important part. So therefore, there is no need to force anyone to accept Islam, to embrace Islam. So anyone who does that obviously is not not doing a good thing. And someone who forces Islam on someone, on the other person, we condemn that part, absolutely. If there are evidences, if there are enough proofs that the person has committed something which is not part of Islam, we condemn that part. Muslims, although, have a collective responsibility to share the message of Islam, and that is something that every Muslim should practice. If you are capable as a Muslim, if you have the intellect, if you have the wisdom, the manners, you are required to collectively, obviously, required to share the message of Islam, call upon people. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala in Surah Nahl says, Udu ila sabili rabbika bihikmati wal mau'izatal hasnati wajadilhum billati hiya ahsan. So invite all as in all the people who are non-Muslim, to the way of your Lord with wisdom and kind advice. The word wisdom and kind advice. And only debate with them in the best of manner, or only debate with them in the manner that is best. Even the Constitution of India gives us the right, the Muslims gives us the right to practice the religion and propagate the religion. But here, Quran is clearly saying, if you must propagate, if you must share the message of Islam, you must do it with wisdom and kind advice. And call them, debate with them in the best of manners. In best of manners. Now, once you do that, once you share that message of Islam with all the people, it doesn't, it's not important if they reject it. I mean, you have to think about it, that you have shared the message. Now it is up to them to accept it. You cannot force it on someone. We've already established that. In fact, Quran also says in Surah Ghashiyah, فَذَكِّرْ إِنَّمَا أَنْتَ مُذَكِّرْ لَسْتَ عَلَيْهِمْ بِمُسَتِرٍ. Meaning, so remind, O Muhammad, you are only the reminder. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is actually speaking to Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and he's saying that you are only a reminder. You are not a controller over them. So you don't control their decision. You cannot force it on them. You remind them. And if you remind them, right? Once again in Surah Kahf, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, وَقُلِ الْحَقُّ مِنْ رَبِّكُمْ فَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيُؤْمِنْ وَمَنْ شَاءَ فَلْيَكْفُرْ. The truth is from your Lord, so whoever wills will believe, whoever wills will disbelieve. So let them disbelieve if they want to. That's okay.